All righty, gang. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Here we go. It's time. It's Monday. We're back. Here we go. It's Monday, and that means it's Baja Jerky Monday. And we have a great contest. We kind of talked about the contest on Saturday night when Kelly gave away the prizes to Dino and to Larry. And we told you about the contest, but I know some of you probably were busy on Saturday night and didn't see. Baja Jerky is willing to give away a case of Baja Jerky across each social media platform. So I know there's some of you watching us on YouTube. I know there's some watching on TikTok. I know there's some watching on Insta. And I know there's a lot watching on Facebook. So here's what we're going to do. For the month of May, Baja Jerky has teamed up with Your Saltwater Guide, and we're going to give away a case of Baja Jerky to one person across each social media. So there's going to be 4 people that are going to win this. All right. And the way we're going to do it is by the amount of comments and the amount of shares that you do across your social media. So you can be on any social media platform. You have to make a comment and you have to share it with your followers. So go on your social media. You're on there already right now. Share this one. This one's going to be a good one. This one's super controversial. This is going to make a lot of people think. So if you want to share some, share every day. Whoever shares the most and whoever leaves the most comments, you're going to win a case of Baja Jerky. So we're going to talk about Baja Jerky for a few minutes here, gang. Many, many different flavors. As you all have been watching us for all this time, you know Kelly's is the salsa fresca. That's her go-to. This is her snack. Every time we go to the beach or we go out fishing, she has some of this salsa fresca. This is like candy to Kelly girl. The orange, the sweet orange, this is mine. This is what I love. I can't have enough of it. I love this stuff. I love it on the boat. I love it when I'm at the beach. This is my go-to. Instant protein. These are both packed with protein. Phenomenal amount of flavor. Super soft beef jerky. Not hard to eat. Doesn't get stuck in your teeth like most jerky. This stuff's phenomenal. And it's super fresh. It can't get any fresher. This stuff's insane. But you got to have protein when you're out fishing on the boat. And this is going to be your protein. It's fresh, flavorful, exciting beef jerky to have. If you like hot, you're going to love the serrano pepper. This stuff is insane, gang. It's got heat. It's got a lot of heat. If you just like regular old flavor, the original is phenomenal. Then there's other flavors of this Baja Jerky. How do I find out about them all? Go to BajaJerky.com. Over there, Baja Jerky, you're going to type in the code YSWG and the number 22. You're going to save 30% on your order. Oh, my God, that's insane. That's a phenomenal savings, okay? It's going to get shipped straight to your house. You're going to have it. It's going to arrive, and you're going to be stoked. Get the variety pack. There's mango. There's mango from Baja Jerky. There's Baja Jerky sticks now. There is churro flavor Baja Jerky. There's so many flavors. I can't get into all of them. And the whole show would be about the different flavors of Baja Jerky. But go to BajaJerky.com and look at all the different flavors. And then when you go to checkout, put it in the code YSWG and the number 30, and you're going to save 30%. Or I've been hearing from a lot of people, a lot of your local stores now are selling Baja Jerky. So if you don't want to save money, just go down to one of your local liquor stores or go to Costco or wherever you can find Baja Jerky and go buy it for full price. Baja Jerky will be happy. The vendors will be happy. But if you want to save 30%, YSWG and the number, 20. No, YSWG and the number 30, 22. Forget that. YSWG and the number 30. That's going to save you 30% on your Baja Jerky. So order up some Baja Jerky, gang. Get the Baja Jerky. You won't be disappointed. And leave a comment and share as much as you can across your social media. We're going to give away these cases. We're constantly giving away stuff. You can go look at Wade Snow made a nice post on Facebook and on Instagram of the new Cortez 5 that he won and the PCH rod that he won. All these contests are easy to win, and we're constantly giving stuff away from all our sponsors. So Baja Jerky, we'll be talking about them every day for the next month. What a great way to get your product out there. If any of you are thinking about, hey, I got some products I'd love Dave to talk to, don't hesitate. Email me at yoursaltwaterguide@yahoo.com. We get millions of views a week. Millions. Yes. And if you want your product to be seen by millions of people, send me an email at yoursaltwaterguide@yahoo.com. All right, gang, we're going to talk about the seminar. I told you on Saturday, California is under siege from the fishing industry. We are constantly under attack. And those of you in Florida and Texas, this is going to have a lot for you guys too. You got to think about this. We have an animal out here on the West Coast that we're not allowed to talk about at Congress, or we're not allowed to talk about it at the White House. We have the most intrusive animal to ever be on the planet Earth. We have this animal called the California sea lion. Those of you in Texas and Florida, I know I have a lot of audience in Texas and Florida across my social media. You guys, if you haven't experienced an animal like this, you can't even comprehend this animal. This animal has more rights than any human being, more rights than your children, more rights than your grandparents, more rights than you, more rights than I. This is the most protected animal on the planet Earth, more protected than a human being. I told you this one's going to be controversial, but it's true. There's no way around it. Everything I tell you is the truth. It might hurt your feelings. You might not like to hear the truth, but at the end of the day, it is the truth. The California sea lion has been issued by the United States government free reign across the state of California. Free reign. They can do no wrong. First of all, this animal is not allowed to die at all. They are not allowed to die of any man-made things, and they're not allowed to die by anything in nature. Any diseases from nature, any starvation made by nature, storms, anything that affects this animal nature-wise. And if you believe in a higher power, the higher power tries to control the population. But the government of the state of California and the United States government says no. Mother Nature does not know anything about what's going on. The United States government and the state of California are going to make sure that this wild animal, I know, you saw them at SeaWorld and you saw them at the zoo and they're so cute and cuddly. This is a wild animal, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you in other states like Texas or Florida, could you imagine if there was no die-off of the deer population? Or if there was, or we'll go to Texas, perfect example, the hogs. The hogs are causing massive problems from farms all across the great state of Texas, all right? But they're allowed to eradicate this hog population. They are allowed to do things to eradicate the hog population. In the great state of California, this animal, this wild animal, is running amok across the great state of California. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. Don't watch me if you don't like it. This animal, if you go to any harbor up and down the California coast, they have taken over massive amounts of multi-million-dollar real estate. They are allowed to destroy docks. They are allowed to destroy boats. They are allowed to run amok and have as many babies as they possibly can have. And historically, this wild animal lived for about 20 years. And then Mother Nature would take care of it. Well, not anymore, because we have vaccinated this wild animal, the California sea lion. The great state of, or the United States of America is part of this. It's a federal deal. They've decided that this wild animal needs to be vaccinated. So if they find one that is in any stress at all and comes in contact with man, they scoop it up right away. They don't allow it to die, even if it's dying of starvation, which was set up by Mother Nature. They say, nope, not going to allow that to happen. We're going to intravenously feed this animal till it's strong enough to put it back out in the wild, where what's going to happen? The animal's starving to death because it's not, I'm sorry, I told you this one's controversial. Not everything gets to live. There is a pecking order in nature where only the strong survive. That way the population stays healthy and stays strong. Well, we are the government of the great United States of America decided that no, the California sea lion shall not die. Nope, not going to happen. They're not going to die. And the animal dies of starvation or it dies from storms. If this animal washes up on the beaches somewhere, we take it up and we nurse it back to health and then put it back out in the environment where it's starving to death. I'm sorry. I don't have a college degree, but I understand that if you take an animal that's starving to death and nurse it back to health and then put it back out where it's starving to death, it's probably going to starve to death again. And you've just wasted hundreds of millions of dollars a year on this animal that is a wild animal. I know they're cute, and they're cute and cuddly. I understand. I don't believe all sea lions should not be on the planet. I believe that this planet should have a healthy population of sea lions, but it doesn't anymore. Now it has a bunch of sea lions that should not be being alive. Also, sea lions do not want to be in harbors. They do not want to be on boats. They do not want to be on docks. They want to be out at the islands where it's free, where everything's happy, and they can make as many babies as they want. But you know what the problem is? Their overpopulation. Yeah, the Channel Islands, the places where these animals have been since the beginning of time, there's no room for them anymore because the population has gone way beyond where it can be in nature. The population has gone way beyond, way beyond. It's not supposed to be at the numbers that it's at for any healthy population of animals. That would be like saying that all mice shall be allowed to live. That would be terrible, gang. They would take over your homes. They would take over everything. There would be mice all over your house, eating your clothes, eating your food. We don't allow that to happen, but here's this big fuzzy animal. By the way, it's called a sea lion, not a big cuddly pillow. It's got lion in its name. You know why? Because it's gnarly. They're a gnarly animal. They'll bite you. They'll eat. I've been saying this for the last 5 years at my seminars out in front of people. There are so many of these animals now. And what do they eat? They eat meat. And what are we? We're meat. These animals are going to start to eat us. I don't know if that's going to be the tipping point. I really don't know what the tipping point is. I know how to handle. I have a phenomenal idea of how to handle this. And it's very humane. And it's the same way we handle the cats and dogs on the great planet. We spade and neuter them. But we don't do that to the California sea lion. And then there's organizations out there that are more than willing to take your money because they're baffling you with bullshit. And they're telling you we need to gather money to save the California. God damn it. We don't need to save the California sea lion. There are more California sea lions on the planet Earth right now than the planet can handle. There's no need to save this animal. There's no need to put another $1 in a box, a donation box, to save the California sea lion, for God's sakes. If your heart is bleeding so bad that you need to donate to the veterans of the great United States of America, you should never put a goddamn $1 in a box for a wild animal again. If you can't take care of your own vets, the men and women of this great country that went out and fought so that you and I can go fishing, that's where you should be donating, not to this wild animal that is running amok and causing massive amounts of devastation across the great California. What do you mean, Dave? Well, let's just say, all right, Jimmy, you're on there, over there on TikTok. I see you. Let's say Jimmy and I go down to the docks tonight. We take a couple of sledgehammers and we just beat the living hell out of the docks and just pulverize the dock and break it into a million pieces and let it float around the harbor. Jimmy and I are probably going to jail. Pretty good chance. Well, if we're in California, they're gonna take us up to the jail and then they're gonna let us go 10 minutes later because we don't prosecute criminals in California anymore. So that would be good. But if we're in Mexico, we're going we're going to jail. Let me tell you something. If a sea lion today crawls on your boat and sinks it, they're going to go to the Friends of the Sea Lions or SeaWorld or somewhere, and they're going to be examined, and they're going to get some vaccines, and they're going to be sure that they didn't get any slivers from destroying your boat or destroying your dock. Gang, this is way out of whack. I'm sorry, this is way out of whack. But we have enough money to spend millions of dollars every year. You won't even believe this number. This is a real number. $28 million of taxpayers' money was given to feed the California sea lion last year. To feed a wild ant. Gang, we don't have pencils for our children at school. We don't have rulers. We don't have paper. But we found extra money to feed a wild animal. Are you out of your mind? Gang, we got to get, I don't know. My father, he was a great advocate for the fishing industry. But like he would say, you go to Washington, and he spent a lot of time there. My little sister spends a lot of time there. Wayne Katow from CCA, California.org. These people will all tell you, the California sea lion, they're not even allowed to talk about, because my gosh, the bleeding heart of this United States of America will absolutely destroy you if they find out that you're saying an ill-spoken word about a wild animal that is absolutely devastating California. Baby Beach in San Diego spent millions of dollars making this beautiful spot for kids, for babies to go to the beach so you can teach your children how to swim in the ocean. Baby Beach in San Diego, Google it right now. Look it up. It is full of California sea lions. So full, the water is so polluted because these animals got to go potty somewhere. They're going potty in the water right there. I understand they were here first, but there wasn't this many. Nature took care of nature, but we decided that nature doesn't know what nature's doing anymore. So we decided that only the United States government can take care of nature. And we've decided to make sure that nothing harms this animal in any way. Gang, I don't know what we can do. All I can do is make you aware of these problems in the United States of America. All I can do is try to help you to understand it. The things I'm telling you are real. They're facts. Go to any harbor or just Google a harbor up or down the California coast. They're taken over by California sea lions. One more game I like to play with people. Let's say you, John, over here on Facebook, and Tim over here on Insta, and Dan over here on YouTube, and Kelly Girl over here. Let's say the four of you put your money together and you bought a bunch of docks in Marina del Rey. Yeah. And you spent millions of dollars, and you bought those docks as an investment, and you were going to rent the dock. You spent your millions of dollars, and you bought these docks, and you were going to rent them out to boaters. And Bobo, the California sea lion, saw you build these beautiful docks and put them in the water. And then he went and got all his friends, and they all climbed up on the docks, and they started pooping and pissing all over the docks. And they're very aggressive animal. That's why they're called a sea lion. They're very aggressive. And they took over your docks, and you couldn't rent them anymore. And you can't rent the docks because no one wants to go on the dock because these wild animals are there and they've taken over the docks. But you're stuck with your multi-million-dollar note that you have to pay the bank every month, but you can't make the payments because you don't have any income coming in because the California sea lion took over the docks. Now they've foreclosed on you, and your credit's been ruined, and you don't have any other way to make money because you thought it was a good idea to invest in some property. Could you imagine if a human being did that? Holy mackerel. Not in California, they wouldn't be prosecuted, but any other state, they would be prosecuted if they took over your dock and didn't allow boaters to go on there. Gang, I'm just trying to help. Your Saltwater Guide. Remember, send me emails at yoursaltwaterguide.com. Tell me why you think I'm full of shit and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you the honest to God truth. These sea lions, it's getting so bad. And what brought this up is I had some really good clients fishing Catalina this weekend, and they lost their white sea bass that they dreamt of catching. They said it was somewhere around 50 pounds. They got it right up next to the boat, and the sea lion ate it. That tragedy's been happening since the beginning of time, and that's part of nature out there, and we're not against those animals. But the ones that have taken over the harbors, the ones that are taking over all the docks, the ones that have destroyed public property, that's wrong. And you're never going to convince me that it's not wrong. All right, so that was our show today. I'm sorry, I could go on and on and on for the rest of my life about the California sea lion. What I would love to do is come back as a sea lion, because the only thing I'm afraid of is healthcare. That's what scares me. I pay a phenomenal amount of money a month for healthcare, and the California sea lion gets free healthcare. So how cool would it be to be a sea lion? That's what I would like to do. Come back as a sea lion, the most protected animal on the planet, free healthcare. That would be awesome. Your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. Don't forget the Baja Jerky contest. You want some of this Baja Jerky. You need some of this Baja Jerky. Share my content across your social media page. Leave a comment. The more comments, the more shares, the better your chance of winning a case of Baja Jerky. We'll give that away at the end of the month. Thanks for watching us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope it made you think a little bit. That's a wild animal that's taken over. All right. Thank you. Talk to you tomorrow. Almost.